So 25 years ago today, Eminem released the Slim Shady LP, and XXL Mag on X asked the question, "What's the hottest track off of this album?" I'm not sure what the hottest track is off this album, but I'm gonna take a look at a few songs. My Name is one of the best introductions of a rapper ever. I think the best introduction is probably Ain't Hard to Tell by Nas, because he was like LeBron. Like there's so much expectations of LeBron James coming out St. Vincent St. Mary, and you're not, and people weren't sure would that translate. And he averaged like a triple double his first game with the Cavs. And Nas was the same way. Like there was so much expectation on Nas, and it Ain't Hard to Tell is one of those tracks you just listen to today and just marvel at the wordplay of this dude that's 18 years old. And My Name is the same way. It was, the flow was crazy. He was crazy. And most importantly, the video was fun. Like the lost aspect of Eminem is his comedic timing. He's always had it from day one. It wasn't like he made like just regular hip hop videos and then he started doing comedy. Like he was comedic from day one. And it would have been interesting after 8 Mile if he did a comedy movie, like a Jim Carrey type movie, because I think he would have pulled it off, but he just didn't. After 8 Mile, that was it. I think there was talk of him being in the movie Southpaw, but it didn't work out, and Jake Gyllenhaal took over that role, and Jake was really good in that movie. But man, sometimes I wish what would have happened if Marshall would have continued to be in movies, but it didn't quite happen. Because you know why? He's a rapper. He loves words. And the beautiful thing about that era, that 1999 era, was at that point you had Nas, you had Jay-Z, you had DMX, you had the Lox, you had Mos Def, you had Black Star, you had Talib Kweli. Like there was so many strong rappers in 1999. Common was there, and then we jump ahead like a few years later. By the time he drops the Marshall Mathers LP, and then we have Ludacris and 50 Cent and Kanye. It just kept coming. You couldn't be a weak rapper during that 1999 period when Eminem was around. You couldn't do it. It was too much competition. I wish we don't have that today, man. The wordplay, man. I love people who play with the words. Not just one or two artists. Like I need everybody to play with the words. I need people like Eminem after Slim Shady knew he had to make even a stronger album the next time out, because there was so much competition. If you want to be like Nas, if you want to be like Jay, if you want to be like Outkast, if you want to be like Andre and Big Boy, you got to come with it on your second album. And plus, at that time, as much as I liked Eminem, there was a fear where people felt like, yeah, but it's like, will his success lead to more white rappers into the genre? And are we going to lose hip hop how we lost jazz, how we lost rock and roll? There was a fear back then, and Marshall Mathers, as great as he was and as much as he loved the culture, other record labels wouldn't care if he was great as Marshall or not. They just wanted a white rapper in there to make money. But that didn't happen. It's almost like hip hop said, no, we believe in Marshall. We know Marshall is the truth. He's cool. All you whack dudes who's trying to come up here and take over our genre, no, we're not going to allow that. So there's that. So I was listening to Role Model. I can't believe how the flow of that song, as far as the words he put in there. He can make Role Model today. There's a lot of things he couldn't do today, but Role Model is a song he could never do. Eminem came at the right time. People were as tight. I mean, they were still on him about stuff, but man, he could never make that song today. And I can say that Eminem was probably the last artist who probably scared America. It wasn't a shtick thing like Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is a shticky type dude. Like Marshall actually scared people. Like, and we don't have that today. Rock and roll doesn't have that. Hip hop doesn't have that. We don't have artists. There's no NWA that's scaring people. There's no 2 Live Crew that's scaring people. I remember when Doggy Style came out, people said, well, that's going to be the most disgusting album ever. It's like, no, it was melodic. We don't have those artists today that's scaring people. And I kind of miss that. So the Slim Shady LP, great. I recently interviewed this woman named Sarah from Chartmetric, and Chartmetric, there was an article they had, like, who still listens to Eminem in 2024? And it's amazing. Like, these kids today are still listening to Marshall Mathers. And his punchlines, if you listen to his punchlines, they are from the Clinton era. You know, he's talking about like NSYNC and all these things. That's a long time ago, but the kids still like it, which tells you how great he is as an artist, that people still are connected to his lyrics, even though it's 25 years ago. So what do you think? What's the hottest track off of this album? Is it My Name Is? Is it Guilty Conscience with Dr. Dre? Is it Role Model? Is it Bad Meets Evil with Royce the 5'9"? Is it something else that I'm not talking about? Let me know.